Now we will learn our multiplication table subliminally up to 30. We'll skip the multiplication of 1 since we know that 1 times the number is the same as the number. 2 times 1 is 2. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 3 is 6. 2 times 4 is 8. 2 times 5 is 10. 2 times 6 is 12. 2 times 7, 14. 2 times 8, 16. 2 times 9, 18. 2 times 10, 20. 2 times 11, 22. 2 times 12, 24. 2 times 13, 26. 2 times 14, 28. 2 times 15, 30. 2 times 16, 32. 2 times 17, 34. 2 times 18, 36. 2 times 19, 38. 2 times 20, 40. 2 times 21, 42. 2 times 22, 44. 2 times 23, 46. 2 times 24, 48. 2 times 25, 50. 2 times 26, 52. 2 times 27, 54. 2 times 28, 56. 2 times 29, 58. 2 times 30, 60. 3 times 1 is 3. 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times 4, 12. 3 times 5, 15. 3 times 6, 18. 3 times 7, 21. 3 times 8, 24. 3 times 9, 27. 3 times 10, 30. 3 times 11, 33. 3 times 12, 36. 3 times 13, 39. 3 times 14, 42. 3 times 15, 45. 3 times 16, 48. 3 times 17, 51. 3 times 18, 54. 3 times 19, 57. 3 times 20, 60. 3 times 21, 63. 3 times 22, 66. 3 times 23, 69. 3 times 24, 72. 3 times 25, 75. 3 times 26, 78. 3 times 27, 81. 3 times 28, 84. 3 times 29, 87. 3 times 30, 90. 4 times 1, 4. 4 times 2, 8. 4 times 3, 12. 4 times 4, 16. 4 times 5, 20. 4 times 6, 24. 4 times 7, 28. 4 times 8, 32. 4 times 9, 36. 4 times 10, 40. 4 times 11, 44. 4 times 12, 48. 4 times 13, 52. 4 times 14, 56. 4 times 15, 60. 4 times 16, 64. 4 times 17, 68. 4 times 18, 72. 4 times 19, 76. 4 times 20, 80. 4 times 21, 84. 4 times 22, 88. 4 times 23, 92. 4 times 24, 96. 4 times 25, 100. 4 times 26, 104. 4 times 27, 108. 4 times 28, 112. 4 times 29, 116. 4 times 30, 120. 5 times 1, 5. 5 times 2, 10. 5 times 3, 15. 5 times 4, 20. 5 times 5, 25. 5 times 6, 36. 5 times 7, 35. 5 times 8, 40. 5 times 9, 45. 5 times 10, 50. 5 times 11, 55. 5 times 12, 60. 5 times 13, 65. 5 times 14, 70. 5 times 15, 75. 5 times 16, 80. 5 times 17, 85. 5 times 18, 90. 5 times 19, 95. 5 times 20, 100. 5 times 21, 105. 5 times 22, 110. 5 times 23, 115. 5 times 24, 120. 5 times 25, 125. 5 times 26, 130. 5 times 27, 135. 5 times 28, 140. 5 times 29, 145. 5 times 30, 150. 6 times 1, 6. 6 times 2, 12. 6 times 3, 18. 6 times 4, 24. 6 times 5, 30. 6 times 6, 36. 6 times 7, 42. 6 times 8, 48. 6 times 9, 54. 6 times 10, 60. 6 times 11, 66. 6 times 12, 72. 6 times 13, 78. 6 times 14, 84. 6 times 15, 90. 6 times 16, 96. 6 times 17, 102. 6 times 18, 108. 6 times 19, 114. 6 times 20, 120. 6 times 21, 126. 6 times 22, 132. 6 times 23, 138. 6 times 24, 144. 6 times 25, 150. 6 times 26, 156. 6 times 27, 162. 6 times 28, 168. 6 times 29, 174. 6 times 30, 180. 7 times 1, 7. 7 times 2, 14. 7 times 3, 21. 7 times 4, 28. 7 times 5, 35. 7 times 6, 42. 7 times 7, 49. 7 times 8, 56. 7 times 9, 63. 7 times 10, 70. 7 times 11, 77. 7 times 12, 84. 7 times 13, 91. 7 times 14, 98. 7 times 15, 105. 7 times 16, 112. 7 times 17, 119. 7 times 18, 126. 7 times 19, 133. 7 times 20, 140. 7 times 21, 147. 7 times 22, 154. 7 times 23, 161. 7 times 24, 168. 7 times 25, 175. 7 times 26, 182. 7 times 27, 189. 7 times 28, 196. 7 times 29, 203. 7 times 30, 210. 8 times 1, 8. 8 times 2, 16. 8 times 3, 24. 8 times 4, 32. 8 times 5, 40. 8 times 6, 48. 8 times 7, 56. 8 times 8, 64. 8 times 9, 72. 8 times 10, 80. 8 times 11, 88. 8 times 12, 96. 8 times 13, 104. 8 times 14, 112. 8 times 15, 120. 8 times 16, 128. 8 times 17, 136. 8 times 18, 144. 8 times 19, 152. 8 times 20, 160. 8 times 21, 168. 8 times 22, 176. 8 times 23, 184. 8 times 24, 192. 8 times 25, 200. 8 times 26, 208. 8 times 27, 216. 8 times 28, 224. 8 times 29, 232. 8 times 30, 240. 9 times 1, 9. 9 times 2, 18. 9 times 3, 27. 9 times 4, 36. 9 times 5, 45. 9 times 6, 54. 9 times 7, 63. 9 times 8, 72. 9 times 9, 81. 9 times 10, 90. 9 times 11, 99. 9 times 12, 108. 9 times 13, 117. 9 times 14, 126. 9 times 15, 135. 9 times 16, 144. 9 times 17, 153. 9 times 18, 162. 9 times 19, 171. 9 times 20, 180. 9 times 21, 189. 9 times 22, 198. 9 times 23, 207. 9 times 24, 216. 9 times 25, 225. 9 times 26, 234. 9 times 27, 243. 9 times 28, 254. 9 times 29, 261. 9 times 30, 270. 10 times 1, 10. 10 times 2, 20. 10 times 3, 30. 10 times 4, 40. 10 times 5, 50. 10 times 6, 60. 10 times 7, 70. 10 times 8, 80. 10 times 9, 90. 10 times 10, 100. 10 times 11, 110. 10 times 12, 120. 10 times 13, 130. 10 times 14, 140. 10 times 15, 150. 10 times 16, 160. 10 times 17, 170. 10 times 18, 180. 10 times 19, 190. 10 times 20, 200. 10 times 21, 210. 10 times 22, 220. 10 times 23, 230. 10 times 24, 240. 10 times 25, 250. 10 times 26, 260. 10 times 27, 270. 10 times 28, 280. 10 times 29, 290. 10 times 30, 300. 11 times 1, 11. 11 times 2, 22. 11 times 3, 33. 11 times 4, 44. 11 times 5, 55. 11 times 6, 66. 11 times 7, 77. 11 times 8, 88. 11 times 9, 99. 11 times 10, 110. 11 times 11, 121. 11 times 12, 132. 11 times 13, 143. 11 times 14, 154. 11 times 15, 165. 11 times 16, 176. 11 times 17, 187. 11 times 18, 198. 11 times 19, 209. 11 times 20, 220. 11 times 21, 231. 11 times 22, 242. 11 times 23, 253. 11 times 24, 264. 11 times 25, 275. 11 times 26, 286. 11 times 27, 297. 11 times 28, 308. 11 times 29, 319. 11 times 30, 330. 12 times 1, 12. 12 times 2, 24. 12 times 3, 36. 12 times 4, 48. 12 times 5, 60. 12 times 6, 72. 12 times 7, 84. 12 times 8, 96. 12 times 9, 108. 12 times 10, 120. 12 times 11, 132. 12 times 12, 144. 12 times 13, 156. 12 times 14, 168. 12 times 15, 180. 12 times 16, 192. 12 times 17, 204. 12 times 18, 216. 12 times 19, 228. 2 times 20, 240. 12 times 21, 252. 12 times 22, 264. 12 times 23, 276. 12 times 24, 288. 12 times 25, 300. 12 times 26, 312. 12 times 27, 324. 12 times 28, 336. 12 times 29, 348. 12 times 30, 360. 13 times 1, 13. 13 times 2, 26. 13 times 3, 39. 13 times 4, 52. 13 times 5, 65. 13 times 6, 78. 13 times 7, 91. 13 times 8, 104. 13 times 9, 117. 13 times 10, 130. 13 times 11, 143. 13 times 12, 156. 13 times 13, 169. 13 times 14, 182. 13 times 15, 195. 13 times 16, 208. 13 times 17, 221. 13 times 18, 234. 13 times 19, 247. 13 times 20, 260. 13 times 21, 273. 13 times 22, 286. 13 times 23, 299. 13 times 24, 312. 13 times 25, 325. 13 times 26, 338. 13 times 27, 351. 13 times 28, 364. 13 times 29, 377. 13 times 30, 390. 14 times 1, 14. 14 times 2, 28. 14 times 3, 42. 14 times 4, 56. 14 times 5, 70. 14 times 6, 84. 14 times 7, 98. 14 times 8, 112. 14 times 9, 126. 14 times 10, 140. 14 times 11, 154. 14 times 12, 168. 14 times 13, 182. 14 times 14, 196. 14 times 15, 210. 14 times 16, 224. 14 times 17, 238. 14 times 18, 254. 14 times 19, 266. 14 times 20, 280. 14 times 21, 294. 14 times 22, 308. 14 times 23, 322. 14 times 24, 336. 14 times 25, 350. 14 times 26, 364. 14 times 27, 378. 14 times 28, 392. 14 times 29, 406. 14 times 30, 420. 15 times 1, 15. 15 times 2, 30. 15 times 3, 45. 15 times 4, 60. 15 times 5, 75. 15 times 6, 90. 15 times 7, 105. 15 times 8, 120. 15 times 9, 135. 15 times 10, 150. 15 times 11, 165. 15 times 12, 180. 15 times 13, 195. 15 times 14, 210, 15 times 15, 225, 15 times 16, 240, 15 times 17, 255, 15 times 18, 270, 15 times 19, 285, 15 times 20, 300, 15 times 21, 315, 15 times 22, 330, 15 times 23, 345, 15 times 24, 360, 15 times 25, 375, 15 times 26, 390, 15 times 27, 405, 15 times 28, 420, 15 times 29, 435, 15 times 30, 450. 16 times 1, 16, 16 times 2, 32, 16 times 3, 48, 16 times 4, 64, 16 times 5, 80, 16 times 6, 96, 16 times 7, 112, 16 times 8, 128, 16 times 9, 144, 16 times 10, 160, 16 times 11, 176, 16 times 12, 192, 16 times 13, 208, 16 times 14, 224, 16 times 15, 240, 16 times 16, 256, 16 times 17, 272, 16 times 18, 288, 16 times 19, 304, 16 times 20, 320, 16 times 21, 336, 16 times 22, 352, 16 times 23, 368, 16 times 24, 384, 16 times 25, 400, 16 times 26, 416, 16 times 27, 432, 16 times 28, 448, 16 times 29, 464, 16 times 30, 480. 17 times 1, 17, 17 times 2, 34, 17 times 3, 51, 17 times 4, 68, 17 times 5, 85, 17 times 6, 102, 17 times 7, 119, 17 times 8, 136, 17 times 9, 153, 17 times 10, 170, 17 times 11, 187, 17 times 12, 204, 17 times 13, 221, 17 times 14, 238, 17 times 15, 255, 17 times 16, 272, 17 times 17, 289, 17 times 18, 306, 17 times 19, 323, 17 times 20, 340, 17 times 21, 357, 17 times 22, 374, 17 times 23, 391, 17 times 24, 408, 17 times 25, 425, 17 times 26, 442, 17 times 27, 459, 17 times 28, 476, 17 times 29, 493, 17 times 30, 510. 18 times 1, 18, 18 times 2, 36, 18 times 3, 54, 18 times 4, 72, 18 times 5, 90, 18 times 6, 108, 18 times 7, 126, 18 times 8, 144, 18 times 9, 162, 18 times 10, 180, 18 times 11, 198, 18 times 12, 216, 18 times 13, 234, 18 times 14, 256, 18 times 15, 270, 18 times 16, 288, 18 times 17, 306, 18 times 18, 324, 18 times 19, 342, 18 times 20, 360, 18 times 21, 378, 18 times 22, 396, 18 times 23, 414, 18 times 24, 432, 18 times 25, 450, 18 times 26, 468, 18 times 27, 486, 18 times 28, 504, 18 times 29, 522, 18 times 30, 540. 19 times 1, 19. 19 times 2, 38. 19 times 3, 57. 19 times 4, 76. 19 times 5, 95. 19 times 6, 114. 19 times 7, 133. 19 times 8, 154. 19 times 9, 171. 19 times 10, 190. 19 times 11, 209. 19 times 12, 228. 19 times 13, 247. 19 times 14, 266. 19 times 15, 285. 19 times 16, 304. 19 times 17, 323. 19 times 18, 342. 19 times 19, 361. 19 times 20, 380. 19 times 21, 399. 19 times 22, 418. 19 times 23, 437. 19 times 24, 456. 19 times 25, 475. 19 times 26, 494. 19 times 27, 513. 19 times 28, 532. 19 times 29, 551. 19 times 30, 570. 20 times 1, 20. 20 times 2, 40. 20 times 3, 60. 20 times 4, 80. 20 times 5, 100. 20 times 6, 120. 20 times 7, 140. 20 times 8, 160. 20 times 9, 180. 20 times 10, 200. 20 times 11, 220. 20 times 12, 240. 20 times 13, 260. 20 times 14, 280. 20 times 15, 300. 20 times 16, 320. 20 times 17, 340. 20 times 18, 360. 20 times 19, 380. 20 times 20, 400. 20 times 21, 420. 20 times 22, 440. 20 times 23, 460. 20 times 24, 480. 20 times 25, 500. 20 times 26, 520. 20 times 27, 540. 20 times 28, 560. 20 times 29, 580. 20 times 30, 600. 21 times 1, 21. 21 times 2, 42. 21 times 3, 63. 21 times 4, 84. 21 times 5, 105. 21 times 6, 126. 21 times 7, 147. 21 times 8, 168. 21 times 9, 189. 21 times 10, 210. 21 times 11, 231. 21 times 12, 252. 21 times 13, 273. 21 times 14, 294. 21 times 15, 315. 21 times 16, 336. 21 times 17, 357. 21 times 18, 378. 21 times 19, 399. 21 times 20, 420. 21 times 21, 441. 21 times 22, 462. 21 times 23, 483. 21 times 24, 504. 21 times 25, 525. 21 times 26, 546. 21 times 27, 567. 21 times 28, 588. 21 times 29, 609. 21 times 30, 630. 22 times 1, 22. 22 times 2, 44. 22 times 3, 66. 22 times 4, 88. 22 times 5, 110. 22 times 6, 132. 22 times 7, 154. 22 times 8, 176. 22 times 9, 198. 22 times 10, 220. 22 times 11, 242. 22 times 12, 264. 22 times 13, 286. 22 times 14, 308. 22 times 15, 330. 22 times 16, 356. 22 times 17, 374. 22 times 18, 396. 22 times 19, 418. 22 times 20, 440. 22 times 21, 462. 22 times 22, 484. 22 times 23, 506. 22 times 23, 506. 22 times 24, 528. 22 times 25, 550. 22 times 26, 572. 22 times 27, 594. 22 times 28, 616. 22 times 29, 638. 22 times 30, 660. 23 times 1, 23. 23 times 2, 46. 23 times 3, 69. 23 times 4, 92. 23 times 5, 115. 23 times 6, 138. 23 times 7, 161. 23 times 8, 184. 23 times 9, 207. 23 times 10, 230. 23 times 11, 253. 23 times 12, 276. 23 times 13, 299. 23 times 14, 322. 23 times 15, 345. 23 times 16, 368. 23 times 17, 391. 23 times 18, 414. 23 times 19, 437. 23 times 20, 460. 23 times 21, 483. 23 times 22, 506. 23 times 23, 529. 23 times 24, 552. 23 times 25, 575. 23 times 26, 598. 23 times 27, 621. 23 times 28, 644. 23 times 29, 667. 23 times 30, 690. 24 times 1, 24. 24 times 2, 48. 24 times 3, 72. 24 times 4, 96. 24 times 5, 120. 24 times 6, 144. 24 times 7, 168. 24 times 8, 192. 24 times 9, 216. 24 times 10, 240. 24 times 11, 264. 24 times 12, 288. 24 times 13, 312. 24 times 14, 336. 24 times 15, 360. 24 times 16, 384. 24 times 17, 408. 24 times 18, 432. 24 times 19, 456. 24 times 20, 480. 24 times 21, 504. 24 times 22, 528. 24 times 23, 552. 24 times 24, 576. 24 times 25, 600. 24 times 26, 624. 24 times 27, 648. 24 times 28, 672. 24 times 29, 696. 24 times 30, 720. 25 times 1, 25. 25 times 2, 50. 25 times 3, 75. 25 times 4, 100. 25 times 5, 125. 25 times 6, 150. 25 times 7, 175. 25 times 8, 200. 25 times 9, 225. 25 times 10, 250. 25 times 11, 275. 25 times 12, 300. 25 times 13, 325. 25 times 14, 350. 25 times 15, 375. 25 times 16, 400. 25 times 17, 425. 25 times 18, 450. 25 times 19, 475. 25 times 20, 500. 25 times 21, 525. 25 times 22, 550. 25 times 23, 575. 25 times 24, 600. 25 times 25, 625. 25 times 26, 650. 25 times 27, 675. 25 times 28, 700. 25 times 29, 725. 25 times 30, 750. 26 times 1, 26. 26 times 2, 52. 26 times 3, 78. 26 times 4, 104. 26 times 5, 130. 26 times 6, 156. 26 times 7, 182. 26 times 8, 208. 26 times 9, 234. 26 times 10, 260. 26 times 11, 286. 26 times 12, 312. 26 times 13, 338. 26 times 14, 364. 26 times 15, 390. 26 times 16, 416. 26 times 17, 442. 26 times 18, 468. 26 times 19, 494. 26 times 20, 520. 26 times 21, 546. 26 times 22, 572. 26 times 23, 598. 26 times 24, 624. 26 times 25, 650. 26 times 26, 676. 26 times 27, 702. 26 times 28, 728. 26 times 29, 754. 26 times 30, 780. 27 times 1, 27. 27 times 2, 54. 27 times 3, 81. 27 times 4, 108. 27 times 5, 135. 27 times 6, 162. 27 times 7, 189. 27 times 8, 216. 27 times 9, 243. 27 times 10, 270. 27 times 11, 294. 27 times 12, 324. 27 times 13, 351. 27 times 14, 378. 27 times 15, 405. 27 times 16, 432. 27 times 17, 459. 27 times 18, 486. 27 times 19, 513. 27 times 20, 540. 27 times 21, 567. 27 times 22, 594. 27 times 23, 621. 27 times 24, 648. 27 times 25, 675. 27 times 26, 702. 27 times 27, 729. 27 times 28, 756. 27 times 29, 783. 27 times 30, 810. 28 times 1, 28. 28 times 2, 56. 28 times 3, 84. 28 times 4, 112. 28 times 5, 140. 28 times 6, 168. 28 times 7, 196. 28 times 8, 224. 28 times 9, 252. 28 times 10, 280. 28 times 11, 308. 28 times 12, 336. 28 times 13, 364. 28 times 14, 392. 28 times 15, 420. 28 times 16, 448. 28 times 17, 476. 28 times 18, 504. 28 times 19, 532. 28 times 20, 560. 28 times 21, 588. 28 times 22, 616. 28 times 23, 644. 28 times 24, 672. 28 times 25, 700. 28 times 26, 728. 28 times 27, 756. 28 times 28, 784. 28 times 29, 812. 28 times 30, 840. 29 times 1, 29. 29 times 2, 58. 29 times 3, 87. 29 times 4, 116. 29 times 5, 145. 29 times 6, 174. 29 times 7, 203. 29 times 8, 232. 29 times 9, 261. 29 times 10, 290. 29 times 11, 319. 29 times 12, 348. 29 times 13, 377. 29 times 14, 406. 29 times 15, 435. 29 times 16, 464. 29 times 17, 493. 29 times 18, 522. 29 times 19, 551. 29 times 20, 580. 29 times 21, 609. 29 times 22, 638. 29 times 23, 667. 29 times 24, 696. 29 times 25, 725. 29 times 26, 754. 29 times 27, 783. 29 times 28, 812. 29 times 29, 841. 29 times 30, 870. 30 times 1, 30. 30 times 2, 60. 30 times 3, 90. 30 times 4, 120. 30 times 5, 150. 30 times 6, 180. 30 times 7, 210. 30 times 8, 240. 30 times 9, 270. 30 times 10, 300. 30 times 11, 330. 30 times 12, 360. 30 times 13, 390. 30 times 14, 420. 30 times 15, 450. 30 times 16, 480. 30 times 17, 510. 30 times 18, 540. 30 times 19, 570. 30 times 20, 600. 30 times 21, 631. 30 times 22, 660. 30 times 23, 690. 30 times 24, 720. 30 times 25, 750. 30 times 26, 780. 30 times 27, 810. 30 times 28, 840. 30 times 29, 870. 30 times 30, 900.